To replace the air filter on your Indian Scout or Scout Bobber, the seat and fuel tank must be removed. Start by grasping the front edge of the seat and pulling upward abruptly to disengage the seat grommet from the seat mount. Lift the rear of the seat to disengage the rear retainer and lift straight up to remove it from the vehicle. Caution: use care to avoid contact with the fuel tank when removing the seat. Release the retaining tab on the fuse panel and lift the fuse panel out of the way. Disconnect the negative battery cable and store it out of the way. Once the seat has been removed, we can begin removing the fuel tank. Caution: ensure you have a secure location to place the fuel tank after removing to prevent damage to the finish. Start by lifting the fuel tank pad to access the fuel tank bolts. Remove the 4 fuel tank fasteners. Set the bolts aside for reassembly. On California models, it's necessary to locate and remove the rubber elbow for the fuel tank vent line and the straight rubber coupler for the fuel recess line. These lines are located on the rear of the fuel tank mounting bracket. Once the lines have been located, gently pull these hoses off of the fuel tank. Lift the tank approximately 2 inches and disconnect the fuel pump electrical connector. Wrap a shop towel around the fuel supply line. Disconnect the fuel supply line from the fuel pump by squeezing the release tabs on both sides of the fitting. Capture any escaping fuel with a shop towel. Lift the rear of the fuel tank, carefully slide the tank back to release it from the front isolators, and remove the tank from the vehicle. Set the tank in a secure area to prevent damage. Next, we can begin removing the air filter. Loosen the 6 air filter fasteners and remove the air filter. Tip: air filter screws can remain in the air filter. Remove the filter and inspect it. Notice, in dusty conditions, air filter replacement will be required more often. Do not attempt to clean the air filter with compressed air. If the filter has been soaked with fuel or oil, it must be replaced. Do not attempt to clean the air filter. Wipe down the air box with a clean, dry shop towel. Notice, dirt or debris in the intake or intake boot could result in severe engine damage. Always clean all dirt and debris from the intake before installing the filter. Inspect the air filter seal. Install the air filter and ensure it is fully seated. Notice, use of a non-Indian Motorcycle approved air filter may cause engine damage. Always use an Indian Motorcycle approved replacement filter. Replacement filters are available at your Indian Motorcycle dealer. Install the air filter screws and torque to specification. Caution: a loose-fitting cover or improperly installed filter element may allow debris to enter the engine, which could result in premature engine wear. Once the air filter has been installed, we can begin reinstalling the fuel tank. Place the handlebars in a straight-ahead position. Reinstall the isolators if they have become dislodged. Tip: apply isopropyl alcohol, soapy water, or a rubber lubricant to the isolators and the sides of the airbox seal to ease fuel tank installation. Cover the front of the fuel tank with a protective cloth to prevent damage. Lower the fuel tank onto the frame of the vehicle and slide forward to engage the isolators. Pivot the rear of the tank upward to access the bottom of the tank. Reconnect the supply line to the fuel pump. Notice, a clicking sound will be heard to indicate proper engagement. Test the connection by gently pulling back on the fuel line. Connect the fuel pump connector. Notice, a clicking sound will be heard to indicate proper engagement. Test the connection by pulling back gently on the connector. Ensure there are no kinks or obstructions in the fuel line. Push forward on the tank to ensure the tank is engaged with the isolators. On California models, reconnect the fuel tank vent line and fuel cap recess line. Reinstall the 4 fuel tank bolts and torque to specification. Reinstall the fuel tank filler pad. Reinstall the battery cable and torque to specification. Turn the key to the on position to prime the fuel pump and verify there are no leaks. After the tank has been installed, we can reinstall the seat. To reinstall the seat, ensure the seat base engages the rear retainer and press down firmly on the front edge to engage the grommet. Notice, if the seat is off-center, the grommet may not be engaged. Lift the seat up to verify the grommet is fully engaged. For more information, see your authorized Indian motorcycle dealer or visit indianmotorcycle.com.